China potentially was covering up a lot longer than realized, and now the debate is this. The media and Democrat criticism of the Trump administration as being too little too late in doing things like restricting travel from China, now looking shakier. Let's welcome former Trump 2016 campaign manager Corey Lewandowski back with us. Corey, great to see you. Your reaction?
You know, it's amazing because you remember when Kayleigh McEnany, the press secretary of the president, had to call out the media for their false narrative that the Chinese coronavirus was not as bad as the flu. You know, we saw the Washington Post, the New York Times, National Public Radio all downplaying the impact that the virus was going to have. The contrast was this president, as soon as he heard about the virus, banned flights coming in from China unless you were an American citizen coming home. That saved potentially tens of thousands of lives. He gets no credit for his swift reactions.
So what's the implication of this with Harvard finding this out? That, you know, basically people are coming out of China, traveling around the world and infecting people. You know, this has been devastating for a lot of developed countries with good health systems in Europe. But South America, Corey, is now on the brink. South America is now called the new epicenter of the pandemic. Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, Argentina, Brazil getting hit hard. China's cover-up is triggering all of this. And, Corey, now we have a major emerging debt market crisis right on our back doorstep.
Well, we know that the people of China have not only been dishonest with the United States, but with the people of the world. And we need to make sure they're held accountable for that. Either they lied to the World Health Organization or the World Health Organization didn't do their due diligence when they said that this virus couldn't be spread from person-to-person contact. We've seen now that China has consistently lied to the world about the human rights violations, about the stealing of intellectual property. We know that they continue to devalue their currency. We know that they continue to dump their products on U.S. soil to give them an advantage. And we know that they've lied about when and where this coronavirus started. Don't forget, Liz, they're the same ones who tried to blame the U.S. Army for bringing the virus to China. When the president called them out on it, there was not a ripple from the media for that. And remember this, one other thing. Nancy Pelosi called the coronavirus an inconvenience, and not once did the media call her out on that.
You know, yeah, I hear what you're saying. And, you know, what Harvard did was pretty straightforward. They used techniques similar to what the CIA, Corey, and the Defense Intelligence Agency used. They analyzed commercial satellite imagery, observed a dramatic spike higher in hospital traffic outside 5 major Wuhan hospitals, and then that started in late summer. And then they saw internet searches in China increase and spike higher at the same time in the Wuhan region. People asking about symptoms similar to the same symptoms that you get with COVID-19. There was spike higher in China, people in China searching for that information as they were getting sick with COVID-19. Your final word on this, Corey?
Look, China cannot be believed with anything they tell us. You know, most of the time, the trade deals that we have are not worth the paper they're printed on. Fortunately for the American people, the president is talking about the impact and the way that China's been ripping us off for over a decade. He's the first president to start to decouple our economy from China so that we are no longer reliant on their falsehoods and their lies to make sure the American people are safe.
Corey Lewandowski, thanks for joining us. Come back soon.
Thank you.